Hey guys, Operation X here back in another video, and today I'm going to be rating some My Hero Academia ships and also why I feel some way about My Hero Academia. Now, My Hero Academia is like my favorite anime I love, and it's just the reason why the anime does not rate that high, especially like the next gen 3 that we're all trying to call it, like the next gen 3. Is probably because of the fact of the fan base and all their ships. So I'm gonna be reviewing some ships today. So I guess the first ship will be, let's start off with the most canon ship that we can definitely get to, Izucho. Now I will be doing about 20 ships or 10, I do not know. I'll just stop when I need to. Now Izucho. Solid 10 out of 10. Because the ship's amazing, and honestly, it makes more sense for them to be together because they both have feelings for each other. They both act like heroes, and they both push themselves to the limit no matter what, and they don't stop anything. Like, for example, a good example of this was the sports festival, and Izuku and Ochako didn't stop until they actually got knocked out, honestly. Like with Izuku's broken limbs, he still kept fighting and actually almost beat Todoroki with broken limbs. That's impressive as it is. And then Uraraka worked so hard just to make sure she could knock out Bakugo with all those rocks and all that. That was really smart. They both played strategically and used the quirks to their full ability. Definitely get that rating. Now the next rating, Todadeku. I have mixed opinions of this relationship because actually I don't like this relationship at all. Now, if you like it, that's perfectly fine. You can like whatever you want. It's just, in my opinion, I don't like the ship because, well, I only see Todoroki and Izuku as best friends. One. And two, Todoroki and Izuku are really, really, really dense people. And I don't even think, even if they did like each other, they wouldn't even confess to each other because they wouldn't even know that they even liked each other regardless of how dense they are. And I don't even think Todoroki even knows anything really about love because of his father. Now, that's just my rating. So I would give it like a 0 out of 10. And then there's Todadeku. So I guess I guess I'll rate Toda Bakudeku and then Bakudeku at the same time. 0 out of 10 for both ships. Bakudeku because Bakugo doesn't like Izuku. Well, he does. He loves Izuku like his own brother. That's right there. He likes him as a brother, and he cares about him as like a brother. And he's not loving in like a romantic type way. And the Toda Bakudeku is disgusting. Well, for one, y'all can like it if y'all want. Y'all can. It's just the ship got ruined for me. Well, for one, because I didn't really rock with it. Because honestly, it just wasn't my tempo. And two, all the times I've seen Toda Bakudeku, it was always like Deku being like a softie and all that. And I know he's not a softie. Izuku can get aggressive when he needs to get aggressive. Trust me, he can. He can easily kill somebody. Izuku can easily kill somebody, but he just doesn't kill anyone. Trust me, with like a full power smash to somebody's head, I mean, if it wasn't for Overhaul's quick regeneration, Overhaul would have been dead when he hit that rock. Trust me. Or he would have been dead with that slam. He's lucky he didn't hit his head, because otherwise he would have been dead. Because you can see the white in his eyes, right? He was knocked the frick out. Now, I just get those ships 0 out of 10. Sorry for that ship those. Now, I'm gonna count those as like another ship, so I guess this is like the 4th ship. This is one of my favorite ones. Izuku X Nejire, or Nejiri, depends on what you want to pronounce her name as. The reason why I shipped this is because they're both almost the exact same people. It's just, Nejire is not as shy as Izuku, but they both act the exact same. One good reason is that fact that when it comes to push and shove, they both are really interested in other people and always want to become friends with them, and they both also have really bubbly personalities when it comes to learning about quirks and about other people. So yeah, and the fact also Nejire and Izuku both act like heroes at the exact same time. You see, when they always act like heroes because when somebody's in trouble, they always help no matter what. They give it their 100% effort. Now, sure, you can say like when they're taking those two villains down, when we met Reiko and Sue and the Rocket were working with in her agency, she was smiling and bubbly and all that. Now, that does not mean anything pretty much because Izuku can technically do the exact same thing, but he works hard and so does Nejire, and honestly, Izuku is probably more powerful. Is actually definitely more powerful than Nejire. It's just like, yeah. And I'm gonna go off topic a little bit right now. One's Justice 2. Now it explains the whole story for like the overhaul arc and all that. Now what am I saying this arc? I actually think now there was a battle that kind of felt out of place for me. And it was the battle between Mirio and Izuku in the story. Now, Izuku and Mirio actually fought because it was when Izuku was going up to Mirio and telling him to like sign him up for Sir Night-Eye's agency. And in the game, you actually fight Mirio and you're fighting him as Izuku, which means I think Izuku actually won against Mirio, and that's why he wanted to prove himself worthy to Mirio. So I think on the sidelines, because the thing is, I think what One Justice 2 does is that it clears up loose ends of like what like happened in between of some things. Like we didn't know what happened like and how like Izuku convinced Mirio to like join his agency with Sir Night-Eye, like how to join Sir Night-Eye's agency. But I think that battle actually proved it. They fought each other, and because of that, he agreed to let him join. So I think, yeah, it definitely say that Izuku's probably more powerful than Mirio. I don't know if it's canon. I know that One Justice 2 involves canon events, and it's not like Dragon Ball, like Xenoverse. Like it has some canon events, but like we involve it like as a time patroller or whatever like that. But regardless, that's why I kind of think that would happen. Now, leading into what I think about the ship, when it comes to push and shove, when Nejire and Izuku get serious about saving people, they get actually serious and use full power. They don't hold back. Because, well, for one, I don't think they can really fully control their quirks properly without wasting energy. So yeah, that's why I give this ship a 10 out of 10, honestly. Next ship. Izu Shiki. I'm not about to ship this because honestly, this is disgusting. Shigaraki's older than Izuku, that's one. And two, it's disgusting because they're mortal enemies. They hate each other with their guts, technically. Now, Izuku doesn't hate Shigaraki, it's just Shigaraki hates Izuku. Tomoro does not hate Izuku because Tomoro's just a sad little boy in the body of the monster. So, yeah. But I give this ship a 0 out of 10. Now, I guess the next ship will be, I'm gonna count these ships I'm about to list down as one ship, so Izuku X Midnight, Izuku X Mount Lady, Izuku X Lady Nagat, Izuku X Mikuro, and Izuku X Owubai. I don't know how to say her name. She's like the I just saw her the Medusa hero. I forgot her name. But the reason why I say these ships, I'm gonna give them a 10 out of 10, honestly. Because there is a thing called alternate universes, so of course you can make them the same age as Izuku, or you can make Izuku older, or you can just leave them at the same age, because generally speaking, I don't know why that's actually illegal, but you can do that. But regardless, I like the ships because it makes sense, because they all seen Izuku fight, and they all have been proud of him and gave him praise, especially Lady Nagat, and honestly, Mikuro and Lady Nagat probably be the most shipped out of the whole fandom, because every single tech story I see, it's either actually mostly Mirako or Lady Nagat. I barely see Midnight or Medusa Hero or Mount Lady. The reason why, because Mirako is the most popular out of the pro heroes that ship with Izuku, because the fact that they both use styles that involve their legs, and also they're both really strong and they both can learn from things. That's why I give all those ships 10 out of 10, honestly. I would say that's over for the ships, because I don't really have any other type of ships, but I guess most of them were just for like Izuku then. I guess I can give some out for like multiple characters like Mirio X Nejire, 10. I give that actually a 9 out of 10. I don't like it a little bit because the thing is, I feel like Mirio actually sees Nejire and Tamaki as like siblings, so I don't think he would like them like that. So I give like a 9 out of 10, but otherwise the ship is pretty cute, not gonna lie. It's pretty cute, so I like it. Now Bakugo X Kami, 10 out of 10, honestly. It feels very, very comfortable shipping them to those two, because the fact is, like, they both did a whole provisional makeup license thing with Todoroki and them, so I feel like the ship's actually adorable, because I feel like Kami would be like one of the only people to really handle Bakugo and still love him. And honestly, Bakugo's not even a bad person, it's just that people filled his ego with a lot of positivity, thinking that he was the greatest in the whole world. So honestly, it's not his fault that people thought that he was better than everyone. Like, he wasn't a bad person. Sure, he was like a jerk, but he wasn't a bad person. He still considered people as friends. But when he got his quirk, that was when people started giving him all this ego and all this flair, thinking that he's the best in the whole world. So I feel like that, honestly, people misread Bakugo at first and thinking that he's just an overconfident person. He's not. He's actually a nice person. It's just people fed his ego thinking that he was the best, but he's not. So I honestly give the ship a 10 out of 10. It's not a bad ship. I love it. Now, the next ship, Bakugo X Kirishima, I give the thing a 3 out of 10. Sure, the ships is cute and all, but I just don't agree with it, because they're best buddies. Honestly, they're best buddies. Like, Kirishima and Bakugo are best friends. They would never want to date each other like that. And actually, this leads into my next ship, so yeah, that's a 3 out of 10 for that ship. But the next ship is actually Kirishima X Mina. Now, it was from season 6 pretty much, where it kind of showed that Kirishima probably actually does like Mina because of how he saved her and all that. Not only that, Kirishima idolized Mina because of the fact how she went against actually Gigantomachia. If y'all did not know from the flashback Mina had, Gigantomachia was actually the person that Mina helped find directions, and he was scaring people. So she actually helped out her friends, and it was actually Gigantomachia who she was talking to. Kirishima saw that, and he looked up to her for that. And also, I can see why people will ship this, so honestly, 10 out of 10. Tota Momo, 10 out of 10 with this one, because honestly, man, like, come on, the rich people, 1, because she won't be a gold digger, so honestly, I give that a 10 out of 10, that's 1. The second one is that they're both really smart, and they care about Izuku, and they're also best friends with Izuku, and they're also really smart as well. 3, they also have really good quirks, and also, I feel like Momo could possibly teach Todoroki how to actually make stuff with his quirk, because I feel like Todoroki can definitely make weapons out of his quirk. I think he actually done that. I don't know. I think he's done that before. I haven't talked about the whole Dabi fight yet, and honestly, that fight's still going on right now as we actually speak, so yeah, I don't know if he actually did make weapons, but if he did, I feel like probably be up to Momo. If he hasn't, I feel like Momo could possibly teach him how to make weapons, because honestly, it makes sense. Momo helping Todoroki make weapons with his fire and ice. Now, another ship, Momo X Jiro. I'm gonna give this one a 1.5 out of 10. Reason why I actually know it's 0 out of 10, I do not like this ship at all. It's cute and all, right? But what ruins the ship is the fact that Jiro is possibly actually bisexual. Now, I'm gonna rate my stuff up and put it at like a 5 out of 10. I'll put it at a 5 out of 10. A 0 and a 1.5 is way too harsh. A 5 out of 10 is fair. Cause sure, there's like some cute moments and all that, but the thing is, Jiro's not a lesbian, or so I think. I don't know, but like, I know Momo is actually straight. That's 1, and 2, it's pretty much that, really. And the fact that Jiro is possibly bisexual, because I think she may have a thing for women, but she also has a thing for men as well, because, well, there was the fact in the Two Heroes, spoilers ahead if you haven't watched the Two Heroes, I feel like everybody's probably watched it, but spoilers ahead, Momo, Uraraka, and Jiro caught Izuku with Melissa, and all three of them had this, like, jealous look on their face, and they were kind of asking, wow, look at what you're doing, Izuku. Like, they said it in, like, a tone that sounded like they were jealous, and they sounded like the jealous tone, and I think Jiro may have said something else. I don't think she said something about Izuku, but I think she may have asked him what you're doing here, or something like that, but in, like, a jealous tone. Like, I feel like people I think actually the girls may actually like Izuku because of who he is. And because of that, Jiro, I feel like it's actually bisexual. Because sure, we've seen some lesbian aspects of her, but, like, we only seen her blushing at girls and all that. And that's really not really evidence we can go off of. Because any girl could easily blush at like another girl saying, oh my god, he looks so good and all that. Like, yeah, you can blush at another girl without thinking it's lesbian. Like, if you think everything that Jiro has seen, like, if you've seen her just blush at a girl think it's lesbian, you're kind of wrong. Because any girl can say, like, oh, hey, you're cute and all that, and blush at, like, embarrassment, because it's kind of embarrassing to tell another girl that she's cute without being told, like, oh, that's disgusting because you're lesbian or something like that. Nah. If you tell somebody they're cute and, like, you're a girl and you're telling a girl that does not mean you're lesbian. And if you're telling a guy, like, oh, yo, bro, you look hot, or, like, you look handsome, that's not being gay either. It just means you're just giving a compliment to somebody. Like, it's like saying, like, if somebody told, like, for example, at my homecoming, people told me I looked handsome and all that. And some of the guys even told me that. And yeah, I didn't take that out of context because they were just giving me a compliment. So I gave them a compliment back. They didn't take that out of context because I'm not gay. So they also didn't call them gay at all. They told me I was handsome, I told them they were handsome because they look good. So yeah, it wasn't taken out of context because people didn't think I was gay. They just took it as a compliment. There's a separation with this ship because the reason why I gave it a 5 out of 10 is because of that reason. Because I feel like Jiro actually might be bisexual, but at the same time, she probably is actually straight. Which will actually lead to my next ship that I'm going to talk about in a minute. Now, the ship's not bad. It's just Jiro is possibly actually straight, or she's just bisexual. Because the fact that how she talks to some of the guys, like Izuku and Denki, she both sounded like she both probably actually liked both. She probably liked them or something like that. And then there's also with Momo looking like she's jealous at the fact that Izuku's with another girl without him being in her sights. So, yeah. The next ship is Kaminari x Jiro. 10 out of 10 with this one, because if it wasn't for Kaminari convincing Jiro and actually having her be more confident in her music playing and all that, and her singing, she possibly would not have done the whole club, the whole festival thing with her classmates and all that, with the whole performance to make Eri smile. Now that was beautiful. Her voice was beautiful. I loved it. And I felt like Kaminari probably actually felt way better after that, because, you know, we never really got to see Kaminari's reaction to it, really. I feel like he actually really did talk to Jiro about it. And in fact, I think he may actually talk to her about one-on-one about it, and wanted to tell her that you actually like playing instruments, and she probably played for him or something like that. Like, hey, you got some actual skill, so why not put that to the test? Don't doubt yourself because you don't believe in yourself. Do what you want to do. I feel like you probably would say something on the content of that. And that's why I feel like probably Jiro would probably fall in love with him at that moment, because of how he said that. That's why I think of that, because honestly, it's a good ship. Who would not love it? Now, the last and final ship. Now this one's going to be probably either controversial, or people just have major problems with this one. I do not know about this ship, but I'm going to just say, trying to remember it real quick, it would be, man, this is going to be the weirdest ship ever. It's going to be either controversial, or it's going to be called the worst ship in history. Now, I actually think Izuku, and a harem. Yeah, now I would give this all 10 out of 10, but I would actually give this a 9 out of 10 for one reason only. Well, actually, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I'll make two separate ones. So this is going to be the straight one and the gay one. Now, the straight one has, like, it depends on the type of harem you're going with. Now, with the 1B girls, there is somebody that actually made a text over the 1B girls, and honestly, I love that. I still watch it to this day. I still, like, rewatch that one. So, shout out to the one that made the 1B girls, ex Izuku harem. That one was really, really good. I love it. I still rewatch it today. I think I still have actually in my playlist. I actually do have it in my playlist. The ship is amazing, one, because him and the 1B girls don't get that much screen time, and honestly, they're pretty hot, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like the 1B girls are underrated because the fact that 1A has been clouding up the whole thing. We haven't really seen most of 1B, so yeah. But 1B girls are actually pretty attractive, I'm not gonna lie. So, that ship, 10 out of 10. Now, the harem with Izuku and, girls with, like, a harem, I give it a solid 10 out of 10 because the thing is, Izuku, he's a lady killer. Honestly, lots of girls like him because he's Izuku. Lots of girls like Izuku because, well, Izuku's a nice guy, he helps people and all that. So, yeah, I wouldn't blame people for wanting a harem with him, so, yeah. 10 out of 10 with that one. Now, the gay harem is something I don't like. Now, I don't have no problem with gay people. Like I said, I don't have no problem with gay people. It's just the fact that the gay harem just goes way, way too far. I mean, like, super way too far. It's disgusting. Because then, like, there's the people that ship in with All Might, Shigaraki, All For One. It's disgusting. I mean, I have no problem with gay people. You can ship whatever you want. It's just the ship, in my opinion, is disgusting. And just note, this is all my opinion. It's not from the whole fan base or anything like that. It's just my opinion. So if you want your opinion, you want to rate your favorite ship in the comments below, do that. I'll comment on it, but I won't force my opinion on it. I'll just say my honest feedback to you. And honestly, I won't use curse words because I don't do that. I would honestly just be honest. And honestly, I'll support you. Because honestly, if you like that ship, you like that ship. It is not my problem with it. But it's just ships in general, for my head, like, it's just the ships for the gay harem is just disgusting because honestly it just makes no sense. It's creepy, and like, sure, you can make them all the same age, but like, it just doesn't fit at all, and it's kind of like that whole loose end in the whole shipping community that people do not like. Now, the whole community as the My Hero Academia fandom as a whole for shipping and all that, that's kind of one of the reasons why. I mean, that's what people told me. Like, I always like try to recommend My Hero Academia to people, and they say the reason why they don't like it is because actually they don't like it because of the characters or anything like that. They don't like it because they actually don't like it because of the fandom, because of how weird and toxic and all that the fandom is. That's just their opinion, not my opinion. Sorry, it's their opinion of what they told me. Now, at first, I actually didn't like My Hero Academia until a classmate of mine from 8th grade hooked me onto it, and honestly, I started watching it ever since. So, shout out to her for that one. It's just, the fandom in general kind of ruined the whole thing. Now, I'm not saying it's specific people. All I'm saying is like the shipping fandom in general, with like all the gay ships and all that. Now, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Like I said, I'm not throwing any shade at gay people. Trust me, I'm not. Just what the problem is the fact that how people push their opinions on saying like, oh hey, Todobaku Deku is the best ship, like Izu Shinzo is the best ship ever, y'all should ship it and y'all shouldn't ship anything else. That's where the fandom draws the line, because lots of people force their opinion on saying that, and it's really why people get drove away from My Hero Academia. So those are my list for the ships I have and like. I know this is gonna be like a really long video, but trust me, it's definitely gonna be worth it. And I hope you all enjoyed the video. See y'all later. X out.